For centuries, whispers have echoed about the Bermuda Triangle, a place where ships vanish and compasses spin wildly. More recently, another mystery has captivated us, the strange, physics-defying craft appearing in our skies, what we now call UAPs. What if I told you these two enigmas aren't separate, aren't? What if they're two sides of the same coin, a hidden story of protection and a silent ancient guardian? Forget everything you think you know. The truth is far more incredible, and it lies deep beneath the waves of the Atlantic. Our story begins not with aliens, but with us. A little over a century ago, the world's greatest minds, people like Tesla, Einstein, and Curie, foresaw a future teetering on a knife's edge. They saw the potential for humanity to harness immense power, but also the terrifying possibility that we would use that power to annihilate ourselves. They knew that progress unchecked by wisdom could lead to our doom. So, in absolute secrecy, they formed a clandestine alliance, pooling their genius for one singular audacious purpose: to build an insurance policy for humanity. They chose the most enigmatic and geologically volatile place on Earth, the Bermuda Triangle. Deep within the Puerto Rico Trench, they constructed a marvel of engineering, a self-sustaining, self-repairing machine powered by geothermal energy and quantum mechanics. They called it the Aegis. Its purpose wasn't to control humanity, but to gently nudge us away from the brink. It was designed to be a silent protector, a shepherd for a species that hadn't yet learned not to play with fire. For decades, the Aegis lay dormant, observing. It monitored global communications, tracked technological advancements, and measured the rising tides of conflict. Then came the atomic age. As the first mushroom clouds billowed into the atmosphere, the Aegis activated its primary function. It began to manufacture what we now call UAPs. These weren't alien spacecraft. They were drones, unmanned, brilliantly advanced probes created by the Aegis itself. Think about it. The bizarre flight characteristics, the lack of visible propulsion, the instantaneous acceleration, all hallmarks of technology far beyond our public understanding, but perhaps not beyond the combined, forward-thinking genius of its creators. These UAPs were designed to be inexplicable. Their mission was subtle: to appear at critical moments, to be seen by military personnel during heightened tensions, to remind the world's superpowers that they weren't the only players on the board. Each sighting was a carefully calculated event, a tap on the shoulder from an unknown power, intended to instill a healthy dose of caution and wonder. The Aegis wasn't intervening directly, it was creating a phenomenon, a mystery so profound it would force even the most hardened military leaders to pause and reconsider. The vanishings in the Bermuda Triangle? They weren't accidents. The Aegis's powerful electromagnetic field, a byproduct of its energy source, was occasionally used with surgical precision. A ship carrying illicit weapons technology, a plane on a clandestine military mission that could spark a war. They would be enveloped, their instruments scrambled, their journey ended, but not destroyed. The Aegis would transport them, vessel and crew, into a state of temporal stasis within vast shielded caverns near its core. It was a last resort, a non-lethal way to remove a key piece from the chessboard before a catastrophic checkmate. Fast forward to today. The world is more connected and more volatile than ever. The Aegis has had to adapt. Its UAPs have become more sophisticated, their appearances more frequent. Why now? Because we're on the cusp of new technological leaps. AI, quantum computing, bioengineering. The potential for both utopia and dystopia has never been greater. The Aegis is increasing its presence, making itself known, not as a threat, but as a persistent, undeniable question mark in our skies. It's trying to tell us something. It's reminding us to look up, to wonder, and to consider the consequences of our actions. The recent declassification of UAP footage wasn't a leak. It was a deliberate release, orchestrated by a modern-day faction of the original alliance who believe it's time for humanity to know a part of the truth. They believe we're finally mature enough to handle the idea that we have a guardian, a silent protector of our own making. The Aegis isn't an alien force, it's the legacy of humanity's brightest minds. It's the embodiment of our own hope for survival, a failsafe against our worst impulses. So the next time you see a strange light in the sky, don't just think aliens. Think about the possibility that it's a message from our past, a guardian from the deep, a drone from the Aegis reminding us to be better, to choose wisdom over warfare, to protect our own future. The greatest mystery isn't what's out there in the stars, but the incredible secret we've been keeping from ourselves, hidden in the heart of our own planet. The Aegis is watching, waiting, and hoping we finally get the message. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the what if. It's a fascinating thought experiment, isn't it? If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, keep questioning.